Let's start with handstand. Now, handstand occurs for people as one of the more difficult or challenging of the inversion poses, and yet it's actually one of the easier ones in that you have the powerfulness of your hands and your arms and no risk at all to your neck. Let's take a look at this one. So hands go on the ground, spread wide, a lot of pressure on the inside of the hand. With a handstand, you'll be pressing into the floor with arms that are straight, not bent, not hyperextended. Hands go flat, set them wide, point either the pointer finger forward or the middle finger. I like my pointer finger. And then use each fingertip on the floor like a cat pawing a pillow would look. Really powerful hands. Then the body, first in downward facing dog, you can walk in. Get as much of your body stacked upside down as is possible from the start. The further back here you're hanging, the harder the handstand will be. So as upside down as can be. Then tippy toes. Raise one leg high in the air. It can raise and be really purposefully bent or straight. Then the action is slow and controlled. Bend the knee, take a little hop. Bend and hop. Bend and hop. That's enough to call it a handstand in your earliest days of practice. The next pose is a headstand. We take a basket headstand. So the base of the pose looks something like this against the floor. Let's set it up. So bring your arms down to the ground and measure palm to bicep. That sets the distance of your elbows. I'll turn sideways. Then interlace your fingers and place your whole finger, hand, wrist, forearm, elbow on the mat, pressing down into the floor and hugging into one another. Then your head goes on the floor and is cradled by your hands. So I've got my hands cradling around the back of my head and just behind my hairline on the floor. Turn your toes under, walk your feet in, stacking your body upside down as much as possible. Then bend one knee, heel to your hip. This might be your beginning of this pose. Next, take a little hop and bend two knees. Hold the pose right here, developing your core stability. It's actually a little more challenging to stay with your knees bent, and yet it builds so much control and stability. So work with that until you're confident. Later, straighten your legs. That's handstand and headstand.